Hello, my name is John Mark Petrelli, and I'm here to present the Patagonia.com redesign that I did this semester. Here's my student ID. Awesome. All right, so to best understand what was needed for the redesign, we created personas, which are examples of model users that help us understand the backgrounds and motivations of the people using Patagonia.com website. So the first persona I made was Peter James. He's 33. He's a marketing associate from Portland, Oregon. He's always eager for adventure. He works for a startup that is recently located from Silicon Valley. He bikes to work, is able to take extended periods of time off to work uh, for trips. He's into environmental conservation and incorporating that into any aspects of his lifestyle. Some of his goals and stores include that he likes to easily browse as many options of a jacket for an upcoming trip. So as a user like Peter, I want to shop for a new jacket and see all the variations easily so that I can make a more informed purchase. He would like to know more about Patagonia's environmental impact. So as a user like Peter, I want to be able to easily find information about Patagonia's sustainability projects so that I can purchase confidently with the company. He wants to be able to order quickly because he's always on the go. As a user like Peter, I want to check out quickly so I can make purchases on the go. My next persona is Chad Braddington. He's 21. He's a college student living in Oxford, Ohio. So as a member of the Alpha chapter of his fraternity, his family lives in the north suburbs of Chicago, notably Naperville, Illinois. He enjoys planning social events with sororities, owns a 2010 Jeep Wrangler. He enjoys his clothing to be comfortable and soft, but display the Patagonia brand name. He's an avid sports fan, plays golf with his family in the holidays, very involved on campus, studies finance in the Farmer School of Business, and is a big fan of country and pop music. Some of his goals and stories include that he wants to view color assortments of fleeces and styles for comparison. So as a user like Chad, I want to be able to compare similar products side by side so they can see what styles and colors look good together. He would like to know how fast his order will take to arrive as soon as possible because as a user like Chad, I want to be able to know exactly when my products will arrive so it can be at my house to pick them up upon arrival. He wants to easily view dimensions and length for his new fleece. So as a user like Chad, I want to easily find sizing charts in the descriptions of products so I can better understand how large my products will be. The last persona is Curtis Anderson. He's 56 years old. He's a heavy machinery operator from Chicago, Illinois. So he's worked with his City Works department for over 20 years. He enjoys durable yet comfortable clothing, is outside numerous hours every day, very politically interested, devoted to providing for his family, receives discounts to shop at work-related stores such as Patagonia, and is outdoors for most elements, in other words, snow, rain, and extreme heat. Some of his goals and stories include that he wants to be able to check that he's making the most informed purchase. So as a user like Curtis, I would like to be able to see quickly and find out what other customers have said about the product so that I can see if it lives up to the name. He wants to know about the item repair process, how the item repair process works with his products. So as a user like Curtis, I would like to be able to quickly ask about the product options so that I know if anything else is needed in my purchase. And he wants to order in bulk for a department order of shirts. So as a user like Curtis, I would like to be able to easily order in bulk so I can easily order large amounts of a product for departmental orders. So developing sitemaps. In order to group all the pages in the site together, I asked some of my housemates to group all the pages by how similar that they thought each one was. Each person that was tested rearranged the post-it notes that I gave them in various ways that brought me to develop a better sitemap and understand what pages need to be added and removed. This was one of my favorite UX methods because I think, besides usability testing, I found that working with paper and rearranging items really makes people think about what logically makes sense together. Like it's one thing seeing things on a screen, but when you're actually rearranging things and have the ability to control it with your hands, I feel like you're more hands-on and able to create more logical connections between the pages that you're arranging. So here's some of the examples that people did. So once they put them up into categories, I label them 1 through 4. Or if they did not only put them into 3 categories, I had 3. Um, so on average, it was either 3 or 4. This one had 5. So now, after taking all the information about the sitemap and doing some of our usability tests, I looked at what Patagonia had and looked at some of the features that I could continue to utilize, which is their search bar. I just made into a quick little search icon instead of a whole bar. Main navigation menu with shop and inside Patagonia. I thought those were working pretty well. Their user profile with a cart, sign up, questions, slideshow on the homepage, size and fit with product description, user reviews, sizing charts, related products, and contact information. Overall, I think Patagonia has a really good website, but there's obviously room for improvement. Some of the things that I removed from what I was able to discover throughout the process is that there were both navigation bars on the top and the bottom of the page that weren't really were more distracting. So we removed those because it looked a little bit cluttered. Signing up for Patagonia emails, people can subscribe to these once they make their profile. Inside Patagonia, what we found from our sitemap testing with the post-it notes that people were kind of confused about what we were including under this section. So we reworked this menu so that it makes a little bit more sense. Videos from the product pages. So overall, the product pages had so much content on them, and if you were just a user and you're just trying to make a quick purchase or just to have like a decent amount of information, it was just kind of a lot to comprehend at one time. But at the same time, a lot of these videos and stuff were useful, but just should be put in a different place. Such as stated, like the information about the manufacturing and their story was a little bit much too. I think it's very important because some of the users and personas think that their environmental and social impact is very important. So just finding a better place for these, I think, would be a bit more useful. So some of the things we added was the main navigation bar. It's less cluttered. It's white in color. It's very simple. When will come, so people know where their products are coming. An instant checkout. You can check out on the go. Live chat with customer rep all the time. I have questions about my clothing, and it's very useful if someone's actually there to answer questions if it's possible. Bulk order option. I know a lot of companies and stuff that use Patagonia want to know easily how they can order many products at once. And a bigger compare button. I found that some of our users in our earlier usability tests with the actual Patagonia website couldn't really find how to compare products. That button was kind of small, so adding this and making it more prominent on the product page was, I think, a lot more useful. So overall, what I learned from the user research is that, again, Patagonia actually has a pretty well UI. I initially did not understand that this is a fairly accessible website, but throughout the course, I did see that there's always room for improvement, and clutter can be reduced, and things can just be made a lot more easier. Patagonia has a lot of unnecessary information that distracts users. While, again, they're very adamant about being proactive and responsible for their customers, I think that including a lot of this information that they do does make the users a bit confused and could be a little bit distracting throughout the whole experience. And that simplicity is better. I think that while, again, some people might disagree, I personally think having a minimalist approach on anything you do makes the interface a lot more friendly and just inviting, but prominently displaying options of whether they can find out information that they don't know, such as questions and the live chat, I think, are very useful. And so here are some of the wireframes that I created. The homepage, mobile wireframe. Again, very simple. Prominently displaying their mission statement, and then here's the product page. Again, very simple.